Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack down again. Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Play action, Ryan. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, But it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Pushes past him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. Let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Panthers at 4-3, a game over 500. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice gain of 21 yards.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Shoves him aside and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Steal, check, steal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Shepard now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Ryan. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Hey, check nigga.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him that, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ready up.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
6, 7. Red, cycle. Watch it, 6. Black shot.
He'll look to throw. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Now Ryan on first down.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running, trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready?
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
A About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Right back to him on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. It got his man complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
61 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. 31 yards. And the Falcons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. To throw for it is Ryan. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Now leaving with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Panthers, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.